A nation and the people on the move, keeping you up to date. Belmopan Weekly.
Tonight on Belmopan Weekly, farmers in San Antonio get a brand new irrigation system. The Ministry of Health promotes healthy eating, and we'll tell you how the Inter-American Development Bank and Government of Belize are joining forces. These and more top news stories. Good evening, and thanks so much for being with us on this Thursday, the 16th of February 2012. I am Carolyn Crawford. Development continues non-stop countrywide, and San Antonio, though deep inside the Cayo district, was no exception. Rudy Aguilar traveled that picturesque road in order to find out what the farmers there were raving about.
We consider Belize as a partner in cooperation because it's very important for us to develop agriculture in the region, in the Caribbean and Latin American region.
And what was Venezuela's first secretary in Belize referring to? A very exciting project which was launched that very day in San Antonio, an irrigation system which will provide water in large quantities for the agricultural fields all year round. This will thus ensure higher productivity and boost yields for farmers, which will of course translate into bigger profits for their labor. Honorable Rene Montero, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries and a representative for Cayo Central, said it best.
The establishment of the new water system for irrigation, which we are inaugurating today, is another milestone in the development of agriculture here in Belize. I know that farmers in San Antonio are hardworking, and with the use of irrigation technology, I am sure that production of vegetables will triple, thus contributing to saving in foreign exchange, employment, and generating more farm income.
The irrigation system covers a length of approximately 2 miles, providing water to 25 farmers at a cost of some $68,000. The farmers themselves are contributing 10% to this cost in their labor by digging the trenches themselves. And what are the added benefits of this collaboration amongst the government, farmers, and foreign aid agencies?
By working in partnership, this kind of development can be accomplished for the benefit of all farmers. I expect that farmers will make use of the water efficiently to increase production of vegetables and to lower their costs and stabilize the prices to consumers. This will definitely contribute to more development in San Antonio Village and lower the importation of vegetables into the country.
First Secretary Sanchez told us about the motivation for the Venezuelan assistance.
In 2009, President Chavez decided to create an agricultural council for the Petrocaribe country members. In that meeting in Tegucigalpa, they decided to create this council and also decided to create a fund, a $2 million American fund for each one of the Petrocaribe country members. Belize is part of Petrocaribe, so that's why they received those funds. Is, as I said before, $2 million American, $4 million Belize dollars, for the purpose of improving the agriculture in Belize, such as the acquisition of irrigation systems, machinery, improving the seed production, creation of greenhouses, and also acquisition of livestock too. The idea is to give more power to the farmers to get better equipment and to get the agriculture improved so that they can have the independence from getting food or products from some other country.
Honorable Rene Montero promised the residents of San Antonio that they can count on continuing to receive the ministry's full assistance, be it technical or in materials. For Belmopan Weekly, I am Rudy Aguilar.
Honorable Rene Montero committed technicians from his ministry to establish the irrigation system and also to provide training and technical support for greenhouse technology. On Friday, the 10th of February 2012, the Belize Trade and Investment Development Services, the Ministry of Education and Youth in collaboration with other industry stakeholders, exercised the third-generation ceremony for the Business Process Outsourcing BPO Certification Pilot Program. A total of 58 successful BPO students received certification. Our Belmopan Weekly's Claudia Groch has more.
Beltrade continues to excel at job creation as they secured over $30,000 to ensure that Belizeans were being trained for jobs at business processing outsourcing companies. We spoke with Shahira McCoy, Director of the Business and Investment Facilitation Unit at Beltrade.
This is the third graduation for the Business Process Outsourcing Certification Pilot Program. We've been on the media before for the first and second graduation, and this is the final group of graduates under the program. What the program covered was customer service, sales, and some IT skills in preparation for the business process outsourcing industry. This includes call centers, contact centers, and operations that do back office support for a third-party company.
We asked Mrs. McCoy where, why, and how did this particular concept arise for Business Process Outsourcing Certification Pilot Program.
Of recent, there has been increased interest in companies setting up operations in Belize, and as such, Beltrade, partnering with the Ministry of Education, IT Vet, Setcayo, the ICT Center in Belmopan, and some industry operators and stakeholders decided that this was a good opportunity to actually train Belizeans to develop the skills needed for this industry, and this is what we embarked on.
And Beltrade, in order to maximize job creation, went ahead and provided the training to sharpen Belizeans and their skills for companies that have expressed interest in setting up call centers in Belize. We spoke with a successful certified candidate from Cycle 3.
I just wanted to say that I'm really grateful to Beltrade, Ministry of Education, the CIT, CET, and IT Vet for coming together and providing the BPO training for us. It was excellent. The trainers were hands-on. They were exciting. Heads up to Miss Kanisha Young. She did real good with us. I know the certification is going to be well appreciated by the employers that will come to Belize.
Belizeans from all aspects of life took part in the training. We caught up with Annie Rosado, a young single mother, as she expressed her gratitude for the training.
This program that I took, it took me to a higher level than what I had in Builders Hardware, and I'm proud of myself doing this program and that I passed, and I thank the people for giving us this opportunity to take this program.
This initiative took coordination within ministries and the private sector on Beltrade's behalf and an investment of over $30,000. But what next? Are the recipients of these training being employed? Why, certainly. We asked Ms. McCoy.
There is a new call center in Belmopan, Invictus Solutions, that just opened, and they had some placement there. We have some placement in the BTL call center, some placement at Transparent BPO. I know of one person at Trextel, and Infotel will be placing some other people shortly. In Belmopan, there's another center that's slated to open very soon, and they are in their recruitment process, Captain Marketing, and so we are expecting to have people placed at this center as well.
For Belmopan Weekly, I am Claudia Grouch.
BPO is an industry that is currently experiencing huge growth momentum worldwide, with Belize not being an exception. Beltrade is excited to inform you that some of the certified BPO specialists are now employed and are adapting well to their new job placement. If you would like more information, please contact Beltrade at 822-3737 or email beltrade@belizeinvest.org.bz. Up next, more for our top news stories. Stay with us. Punta Gorda Town is located on the southern tip of Belize. The recently paved Southern Highway not only gives the rest of the country easy access to Punta Gorda, but it has also brought great progress to that municipality in recent years. This improved road network, along with the hard work of Belizeans in the south, continue to move Punta Gorda and the entire Toledo district forward. With the implementation of the Belize Municipal Development Project, BMDP, financed by the government of Belize through a loan from the World Bank, the town of Punta Gorda will experience even greater development. The project is expected to begin by March of this year. It will be implemented by the Project Implementation Unit of the BMDP under the umbrella of the Social Investment Fund at an estimated cost of $458,000, including counterpart funding from the Punta Gorda Town Council.
This project is very, very important to our town in that we will be renovating the existing structure that you see behind me to make some more office space, particularly for our traffic department. When you come to our new facility after SIF and the World Bank and the government of Belize have done its part in renovating this building, when you visit with us, you will be able to have all the space that you need to get quick service.
The architectural designs have been completed and Belizean contractors have been invited to bid for the project. Also, under Phase 1 of the project, Pompano and Robert O. Pennell Streets will be rehabilitated. This work is expected to start in June of this year. There is a second phase of the project planned for 2013, and residents of Punta Gorda will again have the opportunity to prioritize important projects to be funded under Phase 2 of the BMDP. The Government of Belize and the Social Investment Fund, bringing more progress to Punta Gorda.
This is working with our communities.
Every year, thousands of people travel to foreign countries because of a promise for a better life. Many times, however, the promise of better wages, a better job, and a better life for themselves and their families turns out to be a lie. They become victims of human trafficking. You could be a victim of trafficking if your employer or someone acting on his or her behalf is holding your passport, cedula, birth certificate, or other travel documents with or without your consent. Someone has tricked or forced you to leave your country. You are not told the truth about the kind of work you are doing. You are forced to work in order to pay off a loan debt. A stranger has paid for or helped you to get your visa. If you or someone you know is a victim of human trafficking, visit or call the Ministry of Human Development Office or the nearest police station.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, thanks for tuning in. More top news stories now. Cabinet at its regular meeting held on Tuesday the 14th of February agreed that Election Day, Wednesday, March 7, 2012, be designated as a public and bank holiday. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and Education, launched a food-based dietary guideline for Belize at a ceremony held last week at the House of Culture in Belize City. Belmopan Weekly's Ada Herrera shares more.
Diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension have been among the top 5 causes of death in Belize over the past few years. Taking note of that, the Ministry of Health has teamed up with the Ministry of Agriculture to introduce a set of dietary guidelines in an effort to promote healthy eating among Belizeans. The guidelines include a culturally based graphic presentation depicting a food basket and showcases the distribution of food groups that should be included in daily diets and 8 specific guidelines as follows. Choose different types of food from all food groups daily. Eat more of different types of local fruits daily. Eat more vegetables daily. Choose different types. Choose to eat more natural and grown foods every day. Limit your intake of fat, sugar, and salt. Use unprocessed seasoning in food preparation and cooking. Practice good hygiene when buying, storing, preparing, and cooking foods. Keep active. Make physical activity a part of your daily routine. Ms. Robin Daly, nutritionist in the Ministry of Health, explained how these guidelines will help in battling some of these plaguing diseases.
As we look around us, we see the huge impact that chronic diseases such as obesity, cancer, hypertension has had on all of us. These dietary guidelines form a part of our preventative strategy. We have combined the science of good nutrition and health and put them in an easy-to-follow guide. We as Belizeans need to welcome these guidelines and use them as parts of our daily living.
The guidelines will be used to assist Belizeans in improving health and nutrition practices and provide practical advice appropriate for local custom, dietary patterns, economic conditions, and lifestyles. The Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Peter Allen, emphasized why it is important to practice healthy eating.
More than 60% of our adult population is either overweight or clinically obese. The chronic health challenges resulting from this fact are devastating families and communities across our country. This is unacceptable, and it is preventable. And we know the solution lies in better diet and more exercise.
Dr. Allen went on to explain that what we choose to eat today might be beneficial to our health in the long run.
But what we want to first give people the opportunity is to see which natural whole foods, readily available and culturally acceptable, can provide the same nutrients but without all the scientific mumbo jumbo. These food-based dietary guidelines then are designed to be a common sense, practical approach to address this challenge. They use clear and straightforward language to explain exactly how we can all make healthier choices every day, how we can all do some small things now and every day which will have a huge impact later.
For more information about the guidelines, please contact Ms. Robin Daly, nutritionist in the Ministry of Health. On Friday, the 10th of February, the Corozal Free Zone held its 2012 general meeting where the financial statements for the years ended December 2010 and 2011 and the independent auditor's report were presented. The Free Zone registered unprecedented growth, and its financial performance and cash flows ended with international reporting standards, all thanks to the prudential fiscal policies of this administration.
The Gold Room at Las Vegas Casino was filled to capacity with businessmen and women from both Belize and Mexico. All those present listened keenly as the financials of the Free Zone were presented. The report showed that the financial statements present fairly, in all material aspects, the financial position of the Corozal Free Zone. Mr. Anil Hochandane, Vice President of the Corozal Free Zone Board of Directors, emphasized that this would not have been possible had it not been for government's intervention.
I want to take this opportunity, and I think it's an appropriate time, and not to sound very political, the zone needs to thank Prime Minister Barrow because he understood from the situation what the economic crisis and the global meltdown impacted Mexico and indirectly impacted us in the Free Zone, and the policies that he put forth. With one of the best things he did for this Free Zone was he waived income tax indefinitely, and I think we need to thank him. This is an appropriate time to thank him on behalf of the entire Free Zone for his kind gesture which helped us recover, and we have seen a much better 2011. Thank you, Prime Minister Barrow.
The excellent relationship between public and private sectors, coupled with the fact that both entities have the development of the Free Zone at heart, contributed to the great success that the Free Zone is today.
One of the greatest things for the past 4 years, in my opinion, was the reconciliation and the unification of private and public sector. I could recall when I came to office in 2008, there was a splintered private sector. Court litigations, we have heard about court litigations for simple things like electing officers from the private sector to the Chamber of Commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this has been the biggest achievement from my inception as Executive Chairman of the Corozal. We have managed to incorporate. We are one body, we are one strength, and we will continue moving together.
The Corozal Free Zone is not only impacting in providing jobs, but it also provides social intervention.
In terms of business. But also we have been investing socially. We have implemented a program where the Corozal Free Zone also gives back to the community. We've done it through education, through health, and through sports. So the Corozal Free Zone is not just a place for employment and business, but a place that impacts the community of Corozal and Orange Walk.
The statements and reports were received with satisfaction by all those in attendance, and everyone registered their support for the current management team and its CEO and chairman. We'll be right back with more Belmopan Weekly in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Hi neighbor, The way to do it, the matches are very so in the mind, man. You hear about dengue?
Yes, man, dengue in a Central America, and it's on Belize already. It's a serious thing, you know, we have to clean up. So, madam, they tell me how a couple years ago at Belmopan, they had about 600 people who may get infected with dengue.
I mean, here about a mosquito named Aedes aegypti or aegypti, something like that. But to tell the truth, I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I can tell you how the thing is. The Aedes aegypti mosquito lay eggs where part water there. And that the water could be anywhere in your yard. In a drum tire, even in a coconut shell. And when a mosquito don't lay eggs, they come with a waggle, and then come with a waggle into full-blown mosquito. When the mosquito go bite somebody we're infected with dengue, and then it go bite healthy people, that's how the infection get passed. Well, yeah, me going clean to me because me no want to catch dengue.
A message from the Ministry of Health and PAHO.
Truth Hates manifests a pledge of upgrading and improving the education and learning environments in every corner of the jewel. One more education facility is vastly improved in the north of Belize. Rudy Aguilar has more.
You can have the best teachers in the world, but environmental distractions such as difficulties breathing because of asbestos roofing, excessive heat, or poor classroom ventilation can certainly hinder learning. Combine that with a lack of proper partitions between classrooms where the sounds are overlapping and you have a less than optimal teaching and learning environment. That is why the Ministry of Economic Development, through the Social Investment Fund, last week inaugurated a new school and bathroom block for the August Pine Ridge School in Orange Walk. Ms. Blanca Torres, principal of the school, told us about the huge difference that the construction and remodeling has made.
We were really concerned about the asbestos since we learned that it is cancerous. So that was our first, the first problem that we noticed here. And then, like you see right now, the children are very grateful. They are happy in their new classrooms. They have fans. They no longer complain about the heat, and they are very happy in their classrooms today. Yes. So we don't have to worry about cancer now. I thank a lot to the government of Belize, to Social Investment Fund for the support they have given to our school. The needs they saw one after the other. They found out that it is not only this, it's something else, and they kept on adding. And we are very happy of all that has been accomplished through the support from SIF and the government of Belize.
Vice Principal Jorge Medina could not hide his joy and excitement when he spoke to us about the new full-equipped computer room that has now become a reality, also through the efforts of the government of Belize and the Social Investment Fund.
Before the computers, students don't have facilities with that, no? Only the teachers we have, and we had old ones also in the office, which we used during these past years, no? Now, since we have these new computers, teachers are using it right now, very, very helpful for teachers. Plus, we have the internet also, which is very available for the teachers. We are very thankful and grateful for the government of Belize and SIF, who have highly contributed to this project, no? Which I think the community is also very, very appreciative for this donation that we have in the community right now.
And don't you agree that there certainly is a lot going on just here in Orange Walk, and there is plenty more to come. For Belmopan Weekly, I am Rudy Aguilar.
The refurbished August Pine Ridge RC School was built in 1960 and is one of the largest rural schools in Orange Walk District. As mentioned prior to this project, the building had asbestos in the roofing, which posed a health hazard to both teachers and students. The project therefore has provided a safer and more pleasant learning environment. Women and children will benefit from an agreement signed in San Pedro last Thursday between the government of Belize and the Inter-American Development Bank. How was this possible and how fast will the program be implemented? Rudy Aguilar was there for the monumental signing.
It was an important and dignified occasion in San Pedro and Burgos Key, as Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Gaspar Vega and the President of the Inter-American Development Bank, Luis Alberto Moreno, affixed their signatures to a document which will pave the way for vastly improved maternal and neonatal health care for Belizean women and children. The agreement was signed against the backdrop of the 26th meeting of the governors of Central America and the Dominican Republic, being held in San Pedro and Burgos Key.
What we are signing today, and we signed today, is a program by which the government of Belize will commit $500,000. The Mesoamerica Initiative will commit an additional $500,000, and it will touch close to 30,000 women and also for children in terms of providing milk, especially those children which are 0 to 5 years old. So this is a very good program. It is performance driven. That means that if the government of Belize is successful in implementing this program, the Mesoamerican Initiative will additionally give another $250,000 for uses in other health-related programs. So we feel very proud of being the executing agency for these donors who have entrusted us to help develop this health initiative in Mesoamerica. And we're very happy to be doing just that today with the Deputy Prime Minister here in Belize.
Belize, as part of Mesoamerica, is thus enjoying the program allocated for Belize. Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Gaspar Vega confirmed.
Basically, it's for maternal purposes to ensure that the mortality rate of kids between 0 and 5 years becomes less. That's the main objective. I just want to thank IDB for all the efforts and support that they have given Belize especially, and the entire region, which is Central America and Dominican Republic. I think they have been extremely active with this region, and I want to thank them. And I also want to thank the people of Belize for giving us the opportunity to govern for this last term, hoping that they give us the opportunity to continue the progress that we have started.
For Belmopan Weekly, I am Rudy Aguilar.
The government of Belize will be matching the $500,000 allocated with a similar amount with special attention bestowed on the southern portion of our country. This is a Mesoamerican initiative, a result of the generosity of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Fundación Carso of Mr. Carlos Slim, and the government of Spain. The meeting was officially inaugurated by Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Natural Resources and the Environment, Honorable Gaspar Vega, and the President of the Inter-American Development Bank, Luis Alberto Moreno. Participants included the IDB governors of Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Panama, and the Dominican Republic. Well, that's it for another edition of Belmopan Weekly. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to provide feedback or send in your comments, please feel free to email us at production@pressoffice.gov.bz or visit our Facebook page and let us know what you think. We look forward to hearing from you. Have a great week until next time. I'm Carolyn Crawford.